for the #1 television program for pro wrestling worldwide.
Hello everyone, Mad Dog Marty Sugar here, and it is time for TalkDown. Tuesday night TalkDown is going to run a little bit late tonight. I'm trying to get everything done, trying to do things a little different, trying to be more consistent. It doesn't always happen because life gets in the way, but thank you for being here. As always, as you know, I am co-founder of Big West Wrestling. I am the sole promoter. I am the sole owner. I am the sole booker. I'm the guy behind the scenes. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. First thing I want to talk about, the new Big West Wrestling t-shirts. Take a look at that. Take a look at these. Do you like them? We sold a bunch of them in Powell River. They were flying off the shelves. I left and headed to Powell River with, I think, 18 of them in my bag, and I came home with two. So we sold almost all of them. So that was great. We got a bunch more. They're going to be in Rutland on May the 12th. They're going to be in Enderby on May the 13th. And if there's any left, we'll see. Maybe we'll have to make another new batch right away. May 12th, May 13th are our final two shows of the first half of 2023. We're going to take a summer break. We were looking to get on some festivals. It didn't happen this summer. Big West is slowly rebuilding. We did have a festival stolen from us, which a verbal agreement was broken. But these things happen. It's pro wrestling, and you know what? People don't stay friends for long. And speaking of friends and enemies and frenemies and all those good things, I want to take a break right now and congratulate both 365 Pro Wrestling and Vancouver Island Pro Wrestling. This past weekend, they were both in Victoria on the same night. They both had a sellout. Between the two of them, over 500 fans were in Victoria enjoying pro wrestling, and that's the way it should be. So many areas get into piddly little turf wars, and you know what? The Okanagan's in one right now. It is what it is. Kelowna is oversaturated, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't stop it, and I'm not going to give up on Rutland. So it is what it is, my friends. So let's talk stuff. We talk about the t-shirts. And this is a t-shirt I wore the other day. It's a picture that I posed in that was on the Big West page. I threw this in the wash. I threw it in the dryer. It's still looking good. It still fits good. I even did the fat guy faux pas where I let it stay in the dryer the whole time. For those of you that don't know, most of us chubby guys, we have this trick where we don't, and if you other chubby guys don't do this trick, pay attention. What you do is you only let your t-shirts stay in the dryer for about 15 minutes. You pull them out while they're damp, give them a little stretch, hang them up on a hanger, and then they maintain their shape a lot longer. But this one, I forgot about it. I don't know why. Left it in the dryer. Looking good, and you can look good too. They're only $20. They're only $20. And anyone that's selling you t-shirts for $25, what is this? What is this? Concert price gouging? Like, come on, $20. $20 is what wrestling shirts cost. That is the way it has always been, and that's just the way it is. And that's the way it is. All right. So we talked about the t-shirts. Let's talk about Old Man Knox. Let's talk about me. Let's talk about Johnny Roston. Now, for those of you who don't know who Old Man Knox is, he is one of the prime guys. He's one of the primetime players, not in primetime wrestling, but in Monster Pro Caribou County. Now, Monster Pro Caribou County, if you don't know what Monster Pro is, it's based out of Edmonton. It's an Alberta promotion. It's been around for a long, long time. And they have an offshoot in basically Quesnel, Williams Lake, Caribou County. Some of the main guys there are Stu Cruel, massive damage, of course, because he's been a Monster Pro mainstay since day one, and Old Man Knox, who is the first ever Fraser River champion. And now him and I were going to go one-on-one. The Fraser River champion was looking to make a name for himself outside of Caribou County, and he talked to us at Big West Wrestling, and I said, bring your belt. Bring your belt and the measuring stick of the Okanagan, the living legend himself, yours truly, Mad Dog Marty Sugar, was going to go one-on-one with Old Man Knox, and then suddenly, as always happens, the young guys start to chirp and they start to complain and they start to piss and moan, all the things that they do. And Johnny Roston, of course, was at the top of the roster. Roston at the top of the roster, not just in the rankings, but in the complaint department. He is constantly complaining about something. Because you see, Johnny Roston and Old Man Knox have some old relationship from the past. I don't know, some soap opera stuff that we'll find out eventually. But here's the thing. Roston doesn't think I deserve that title shot. And let me tell you something. If I had $1 for every dumb greenhorn in this business that thinks I don't deserve something, I'd be the $1 million man. Except I wouldn't be bilking people out of their tax money, would I? But I digress. Alrighty. Johnny Roston doesn't think I deserve the title shot. And you know what? To quote the wrestler, I'm a broken down piece of meat and maybe I'm not physically ready to go. And that's one of the reasons that I'm personally taking a break in the summer, is that I have been run ragged personally, professionally, spiritually, mentally, all the things, all the Lees, personally, professionally, spiritually, all of them. Keithley, no, not Keithley. So we're going to take a break this summer, regroup, refocus. We had a good first half of the year. It's been a rebuilding off of the rebuilding of last year, and we're doing good. Good things are happening. We're putting together a good core roster that doesn't involve headaches and backstabbers and all the other nonsense that we've had to put up with in the past. The only crybaby we got is Johnny Roston. So Johnny Roston, you don't think I deserve this title shot. So you know what? You're right. And I know you want the title shot, but guess what, kid? You're not having it in Rutland. Here's what's going to happen. Old Man Knox is going to put that Fraser River title on the line Friday night, May the 12th, Rutland Centennial Hall against Evan Ashford, one of my favorite young dudes. Evan Ashford, he's going to get that title shot. And Johnny Roston, I know you're angry. I know you're angry right now. You feel that sting? That's pride messing with you. And here's the thing, though. You're going to get a title shot too, kid. Because I know you love to fight the hardcore guys. You fought Cremator Von Slasher. You fought BJ Laredo. You fought the devil himself, Drexel. You challenged me to a hardcore match, you dumb punk. So you know what? The two-time RCW hardcore champion, our friends at Real Canadian Wrestling, have their hardcore champ on loan, KB6. KB6 already defended the RCW hardcore title once in Enderby. He's going to do it May the 12th against you, Johnny Roston. You think you're so tough? You think you're so hardcore? So, hey, guess what? You and KB6 for the hardcore title, while Evan Ashford gets the Fraser River title shot. And regardless of what happens, whether Old Man Knox walks out with his belt, whether Evan Ashford is the new champ, and quite honestly, he was almost the new VIPW champ this past weekend. But if Evan Ashford is a champ, doesn't matter, because you want a fight with Knox, Johnny Roston, you can have it. May 13th in Enderby. And don't forget, on May 13th in Enderby, the Gambler cashes in. Now, the Gambler made a very successful tag team with Rick Jules, but that was obviously a business decision, and you can't trust the Gambler because he's only in it for one thing. He's only in it for one person, and that's the Gambler. And he's cashed in his marker May the 13th. He gets his title shot. But who will be champion? Rick Jules already survived his 8th title defense in Powell River against a very game Josh Cadwell, who put on a hell of a fight. Ended up having 3 matches in Powell River and won 2 of them. But the one he did not win was the one that involved the internet title. So Rick Jules has that 8th title defense. He ties SHREDDZ for the second most title defenses in one single championship reign. Ace Redmond Jr. is still the number one guy with 9. And Rick Jules can tie that on May the 12th in his Rutland street fight against the returning Joe Funk. As you remember, we saw already on TalkDown, Joe Funk was assaulted by Rick Jules' goons, kept him out of the anniversary show, Lucky Number 11, back in November. We're heading towards the 12th anniversary coming up this November. But you know what? Joe Funk has his chance May the 12th to win the belt. Regardless, be it Rick Jules, be it Joe Funk, one of them is facing the Gambler May the 13th in Enderby. And in Enderby, we finally got our liquor license, baby. And Todd Quality will be our guest bartender. Ha ha ha. So line them up. Toss them back. We're going to have some beers for you, nice ice-cold beers, and you're going to have a good time. One of the other things, I said there was an important announcement. TalkDown Throwdown. Tuesday night TalkDown, Thursday night Throwdown. My personal schedule, my real-life work schedule, because let's face it, indie wrestling is not some millionaire hobby. It's an expensive hobby, but the money's going into the red, not in the black. And the thing is that I am just so busy in the real world, which sucks. Reality sucks. Reality bites, as the movie title says. TalkDown and Throwdown are going to be losing the Tuesday night and Thursday night monikers. It's going to be TalkDown. It's going to be Throwdown. I want to get shows out, but it's hard sometimes to get them out automatically on a Tuesday or Thursday. But I'm going to do my best, especially during our break this summer, to get more TalkDowns, to get more Throwdowns, to get more engagement on the old YouTube machine, and to get more videos out there. These young guys, these wrestlers, these men and these women have been busting their butts for me, and I appreciate all of you that have done so. And we're going to get your matches out on YouTube like you deserve. We're almost done. One more thing here. Congratulations to the prodigy Shawn Murphy, who down in Vancouver won himself the Pac Cup. The Pac Cup has been a mainstay of ECCW for forever, and now with ECCW basically dead and gone, let's be honest, right? This is what's happened. All-Star Wrestling has picked up the mantle of the Pac Cup, and good on them. They had a little bit of a convoluted tournament, but at the end of the day, Shawn Murphy won himself another cup. Of course, his first ever pro match was in Big West Wrestling. His first ever cup win was Big West Wrestling. But who's counting? I'm counting. And here's what's going to happen. May the 12th, we know the big rematch is happening between SHREDDZ and Shawn Murphy. His debut match against SHREDDZ, we threw the kid to the lion. And he put up a tough fight, but lost. And he's got all this confidence under his belt. May the 12th, SHREDDZ Murphy 2, the big rematch. And here's the caveat. Whoever wins that match, and we know that SHREDDZ has the K5 medallion. He can cash in and have a title shot at any time. But the winner of this May 12th battle between Shawn Murphy and SHREDDZ in Rutland, and remember, SHREDDZ is Rutland and Rutland is SHREDDZ. Whoever wins that match, October 13th, at Hotel California. Beginning of our Halloween-themed madness month of October. We're going to be busy in October and November and December, thanks to our friends at BC Event Makers. They got a lot of things going on that I'm not even going to talk about yet, because everything is just, there's so many irons in the fire right now. I don't want to get burned and announce one too quickly. There's so many amazing things, and we appreciate BC Event Makers for all the stuff they've done to help, not us only, but the communities. We've already given thousands of dollars to the people of Powell River, and we want to bring it to other communities. We want to do the right thing. It's not just about wrestling. It's about giving back to the community. The people of Powell River love Big West Wrestling when we come to town. We have been pumping money into that town since we showed up, because us fellas and ladies, we got to eat. We're dropping money at the breakfast. We're dropping money on pizza. We're going nuts, and we're hitting that liquor store, of course. If we're hanging out at the hotel, we're hitting the liquor store. You know how it is. If you're a wrestler, you know. You got to have a drink after the wrestling show. But again, I digress. October 13th at Hotel California in Rutland, the beginning of our Halloween-themed month of madness and mayhem. The winner of Murphy and SHREDDZ will get a guaranteed internet title shot in the main event that night, October the 13th. Be it SHREDDZ, be it Murphy. SHREDDZ already has the K5. He has a title shot in his back pocket at any time. But one of them is getting a guaranteed title match. Will Rick Jules still be champ by then? Will it be Joe Funk? Will it be the Gambler? Will it be someone else? We don't know. But what I do know is that I have talked too much. And I appreciate you being here, listening to us on TalkDown. I've got a promo for you right now from Joe Funk, and that's how we're going to end the show. Have yourselves a good night. Thanks for watching.
When I think about Big West Wrestling, there's a certain word that comes to mind. Opportunity. Big West Wrestling has always strived off of the fact that everybody has an opportunity to be great. In 2016, before Joe Funk was even a name in the Pacific Northwest, I wanted to go out there and prove to everybody that I was ready. You know who gave me that first opportunity? Big West Wrestling. Put on a hood, went up as the wild card, and showed everybody that I could keep up with some of the best. And a year later, in 2017, when I decided that it was time to take that hood off, and that I was ready to wrestle under my father's name, do you know who gave me that first chance? Big West Wrestling. And a year after that, when I decided I wanted to do something a little bit crazy, something a little bit Jurassic, I wanted to wrestle as an inflatable T-Rex, who gave me that chance? Who gave me that opportunity to show that that was something that the fans would want to see? Big West Wrestling. See, my first opportunities, everywhere I've gone, they've all started at Big West Wrestling. And May 12th, there's another first opportunity waiting for Joe Funk. You see, May 12th is not only a Rutland street fight, but this is Joe Funk's first opportunity at singles gold. You better believe that I am not taking this lightly, Rick Jules, because May 12th, everybody in the Pacific Northwest is going to see that Joe Funk is main event material.
Shut up, car.